Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific clash in store. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Syracuse Orange. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Pit lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. Coming out with it, it's Ross. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Orange offense will take the field, and they have the first possession of this game. These rivalry games can really... and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. Pocket starts to collapse. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
They want to get this defense on its heels.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. With the catch, it's James. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Syracuse right back at it. On 3rd down, going up top. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Secures it at the 30. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Panthers' offense will have its first possession of the game. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
I just does such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside will be a great matchup.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Might as well give it to him again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Fires to the middle. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On fourth down, going to the air. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive. He's not able to come up with it.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The give to the back. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. They'll ride the hot hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. The official says no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Comes out throwing on first down. Oh, picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Going up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. Touchdown Orange. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And it feels Feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. The Panthers will keep this drive going.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They're trying to get to him. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looks as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Direct snap. Shakes off the defender.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
He's looking for a man on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Finds his man. It's Goff. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep a shot toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Wisconsin delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Madison. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the Big Ten. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got it in the middle. It's Haynes. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Syracuse right back at it. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Now the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Taking it the other way. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
You always try as a player to say the weather means nothing. Cold is a mentality. It hurts, okay? The ball feels like a rock. It gets super hard. It's really hard for quarterbacks to grip that thing and make accurate throws. And how about that? The defense comes out, makes a big play, creates the turnover.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Williams will pass. He's right on target. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. A new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion. It's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Quickly to the tight end. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Looking to move it through the air. That's caught. It's Ross. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. They're a shot toward the end zone. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Williams looking for a man. Quickly complete. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get.
Going for it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Not on this play.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to pass. Looking deep down the right side. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
One more snap coming before halftime. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's picked off. Got him on the return. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. And he muffs it, a loose football. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. On the move. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Illegal blocking.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what...
And they get the sack right out of the gate.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Catch in the middle, it's Burgess. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Second down coming up. Off play action. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Syracuse right back at it. Williams will pass. He's got his man. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll throw it on first down. He's got an open man. Can anyone catch him? And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle was finally made. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Complete to the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Panthers are marching down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Catch in the middle. It's Scott. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Pitt does here. Trying to surge it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Calls his own number. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And they're able to get him down. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Still running at the 40. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Syracuse right back at it.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
On third down, he drops to throw. A strike downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Quick tempo here for the offense. Movement here from the tight end. Williams looking for a man. Quick strike complete. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Nice job executing.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Now on the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it. Offense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Here comes the biggest drive of the game for this offense, down 1 score. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
A delay of game penalty is the last thing you want when you're in this part of the field. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Here comes the offense on second down. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now on second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to pass on second down. He wants a big play here late. He's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
They'll go to the air. Dumps it to the back. Incomplete on the two-point try. They tried to push this lead out to a field goal. They'll have to settle for holding a one-point lead. He'll bring it out. It's Ross. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And the defense just gets their fourth sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Williams will pass. Quick completion on the out. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game, you want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? That ought to be enough to give Pitt the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. No matter how much college football